I guess we have a new call. Hello.
Hey, Mike, long-time caller, first-time viewer.
Yes.
I just want to say that I'll never, ever figure women out.
Me neither.
When you're with them, they want you around. But, you know, as soon as you start going through their trash,
yep.
You know, they call the police and file a restraining order.
Yeah, and that's when you're just trying to get your junk out of the house. And then you're guilty. Then you get like a misdemeanor felony. Then you're screwed when you go to get a job. And they, you know, and let me say,
they always overreact to everything.
And I'm not for a guy beating a woman. I mean, I would say a man should have the crap kicked out of him that does it. But I'm just speaking of, you know, you get in an argument, the police show up, you're led away in handcuffs, you get a felony, misdemeanor charge, all that court money, nothing. For nothing.
Yeah.
Trying to get your yayas out of the house or whatever the hell you left in there. No, it's ridiculous.
All they got to do is say one word. All they got to do is say one word.
What?
Doesn't matter if she started it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Nothing but trouble.
It's true, you know, and I have some friends that have had some stuff happen where the women call the cops. Cops come in. I mean, they get like beat up by the cops because, you know, the women are crying and the whole thing's just a fabricate. Now, a guy that does do that to a woman, let's face it, that's unacceptable. And the guy should be dealt with severely by the brothers of the woman, I think, or friends. Yeah. But I guess we have another call. I need to run on. Call me anytime. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Hello, I guess we have another new phone call.
Hello, Mr. Scott. This is Carlos. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing, Carlos?
Hey, I got one bit of advice for every man out there who's thinking about getting married.
Yes.
Prenuptial agreement.
Absolutely. Why didn't I think of this?
Do it. Marriage is now a business venture, and if you don't think it is, you wait till the divorce, and it becomes very business.
Do you know what?
At that point.
I want to say something to the viewing audience. Those are words of wisdom. Business relationship. He's absolutely right. Prenup. You know how many guys are crying right now with tissues because they have to work at 7-Eleven just to pay the rent? And if they have a prenup,
unbelievable.
It's right. Absolutely. So that's.
I don't care. I don't care if you're married. I don't care if you're engaged to get married and you haven't thought about the idea yet. Get it done. Or don't get married. If she loves you and she stays with you as a man, you'll never need the prenuptial agreement.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Now, there's a friend of mine, and he's an older guy. His son is dating. He's like in the dating stage. We were all out at dinner, and the dad said that he wants to know the woman's background. Do you think that that's acceptable? Like.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Because they asked me.
You know what? And Mr. Scott. Susie Orman's talking about this now on her show, and it's like common knowledge now. It's not even a taboo thing like it used to be, where the girl would say, "I'm not going to sign that. If you love me, you wouldn't make me sign that." Well, when you hear those words, gentlemen, walk away.
Well,
walk away.
That was excellent advice from our friend. Thank you for calling. Prenup. That's excellent. Thank you for calling, and talk to you soon. That was an excellent call. Prenup, attorney, $500 for a prenup can probably send you, remember the other caller, what did he say, almost $500,000? Yeah. $500,000 in legal fees. So, yeah, that's crazy. I guess we have a new call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, Mike, good evening. How are you doing?
Very good. How are you doing?
Hey, you know, I was just thinking here, you got all these guys calling in talking about how, you know, women are screwing them over and all of this stuff. Well, let me tell you something. You know, last night I'm laying in bed with my girlfriend. Best night of my life. We're sitting there, and, you know, we come together, and it's like, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It's like you and me, babe, against the world. Just you and me together, married, unmarried, whatever. It doesn't matter because I love you, she loves me. We're committed to each other. It's a beautiful thing. So I don't understand how everybody else calling in is getting screwed over.
But that's good, and I'm happy you've got that in your life, and that's how it should be. That's what we should want, is to have a good life and be together and all that stuff. I'm just saying, for tonight's show, just to bring a little light on it, you know, it's not always the guy that's a jerk. That's all I'm saying.
You know, okay, you know, and I agree with that. But I just wanted to call in and say, hey, you know what? Not every relationship's a bad one. Not all women are, you know, crazy, adulterous people. You know, I've got a beautiful thing going. It's awesome. I just wanted to share that with you guys.
Can I ask you one question?
Yes.
You heard the previous caller. I agree with the previous caller. prenup. Protect the woman. Let her know that, like, if you even die, God forbid, you know, everything's fine. But also get a prenup. I think that's a good idea, don't you?
I totally agree with the prenup.
I do too. To protect both parties, not just the one.
Exactly. Now, I got to agree with you, though. You know, with my current relationship, I mean, I see us staying together for, you know, the next 50, 60 years, you know, what have you. But I honestly don't think we would get married. You know, I don't think we totally buy into that whole kind of societal,
Sure.
you know, notion of conformality into marriage, you know, where we see it, hey, you know, I'm in love with you, you love me, you know, we're both coming together to make this relationship work. We don't need the marriage to prove to the rest of the world, you know, our relationship, you know? You
know, at some point it becomes common law. I do believe in the institution of marriage with a man and a woman and having a good life together. I agree with all that, but I would definitely also, just so you know, if you do stay with her and you have a good life, you will be common law at some point. I'm not an attorney, so I don't know when that happens. But thank you for calling. We'll talk to you soon. Call anytime you'd like. And you can get us on Facebook.com, The Way It Is with Mike Scott. That's our new fan page that just launched this week. The website should be up. If you need to get a hold of me personally, it is the email is thewayItismike@gmail.com. Thank you for that call, and I guess we have another new call. Hello, go ahead. We were so close, Stanley. So close. We almost got to the whole show without someone flushing the toilet. Stanley, if I could have that person drug in here, I would punch them right in the nose. Every week we come on, and I know we were going to find out who's doing this toilet flushing thing. I thought, you know, we got, what, maybe 4 minutes left, 3 minutes left? And they got to call in juvenile idiots and flush the toilet. Now, on the other issue tonight with the Bill Ritter situation, we can take calls on that too. I can talk about anything you want to. The cap and trade bill we're going to try and do next week because that is of huge, momentous importance to the U.S. And I am very conservative on all the issues. If you don't agree with me, that's fine, but I am kind of a constitutionalist, and I do believe in civil liberties. I'm against gun control for law-abiding citizens. I am not happy with the direction of our government on illegal immigration or these guys talking to us like our esteemed governor saying, well, it's federal money. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We elected this bozo. He should be taking care of our state and not giving our money to his cronies. They say that this company that he hired specializes in stimulus disbursements, where so does the state. They can track that. They already have attorneys. So I'm very ticked off with Bill Ritter at this point, and I hope he does not get reelected to the office of governor, and I will vote for anybody but Bill at this point. So that's what I wanted to say. The stuff tonight was kind of in good fun with the women, but we do feel that way, you know. The Surf and Turf did really tick me off last night, $27.95, and you know who you are, and that's the last time I'm buying. You owe me next time. So we will cover other issues next week with the cap and trade bill. And thank you to all the callers that called this evening. The thing with the women, there is a lot of stuff that is not fair right now in the country with legal rights of men when they do go through a divorce. So I do stick up for you, and I do support you, and I hope everything does get back on track right away. So I guess what I was going to say is thanks for watching the show this evening. We will be on next Friday night at 7 to 7:30. Like I said, you can get us on Facebook. These are my opinions. I write the show. It's the way I feel about everything. If you don't agree with me, that's fine. But it is the way I feel about everything. And I'm Mike Scott, and we will be on next week. And we hope you enjoy the show. I'm Mike Scott, and that's the way it is.
Much never concerned with status, but still leaving them starstruck. Humble the opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Putting together himself, not a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. This is 20% skill, 80% beer, be 100% clear, cause Ryder was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? Then I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like preach, man.